All right. I'm alldaywes here from hosting the Monday Night Jazz Odyssey on KUVO, and I'm here with Yuuf. Yuuf brings together Anthony Boatwright on bass, Hugo Cottu on guitar, Andrin Haag on handpan and percussion, and Oliver Overgaard on drums. Hailing respectively from England, France, Switzerland, and Denmark, the four musicians blend their diverse cultural influences to create a unique sound shaped in their shared home of London. Their tour starts today. And so how did you guys all come together to create this project?
We all ended up in London at the same time studying music, and that's really how it came. As you just stated, we're from quite different cultural backgrounds. Andrin and I moved respectively from Denmark and Switzerland to London to study music. Hugo was already there at this point, and so was Anthony, who is culturally a British man.
And you guys all just studied at the same uni?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. We all studied the same uni. Some of us played in bands and projects together, but the four of us never played together during uni. It was just a few years after uni that we got together, the four of us, and we're like, oh, this is nice. This is cool.
Yeah, how was that first jam together?
Very effortless, very smooth. Just came like that, and then basically while we were jamming ended up being the first song we released together as a band called Silky Spring. It just literally happened very naturally. It's very nice.
That's amazing.
It was really fun. That was really fun.
Yeah. Your music, draws from a lot of influences from around the world. And so talk about some of the influences that you guys have and how you kind of package it together to create that distinct sound that you have.
Where do we start? Yeah, go for it.
I think naturally all of us individually have specific voices on our instruments, whether that's like from the music we've played or the music we're into. So I think naturally we all hold space for each other to just express ourselves individually, and then we sort of hone that in to make sure it sounds like music and not, yeah. But it naturally happens.
Yeah.
We sort of, for this Sava EP we just released, we had a lot of inspiration from Tony Allen and the Fela Kuti, like on the rhythm side, like me and Anne playing a lot of sort of Afrobeat vibes. But then we had some more Modu Mokhtar, Tinariwen, sort of desert rock vibes, and I kind of bringing those together. We kind of just pluck, because we all love to explore new music, and we just, we love to use it.
Yeah. I mean, so many different inspirations for every song. Like we explored also like some classical Spanish guitar playing from like the 19th century. There was also like I'd say some Turkish influence from like a singer that I love that's called Sezen Aksu, that she's brilliant.
I'd say a track called Moondive is definitely more on the ambient side, where we're letting that flow into it, and occasionally there's a bit of handpan sounds also in this EP, which I guess is more so like the meditative side to it. But yeah, it's definitely a big amalgamation of sounds and cultures, I suppose.
Yeah.
Or origins.
Yeah. And there's always just that space for all of us to just, I don't know, like we jam and improvise and things come from it, but also then there's space for people to just bring ideas or sing a melody, and then we sort of follow that feeling. It's a really open and quite accepting sort of space to just try things and have fun. Yeah.
That's awesome. I love the series you guys have done online with the band performing in different settings in nature. I think that like your recordings can often draw connections to that feeling of being in a natural space. So like, how amazing is it playing on top of a mountain or being in a forest, and also, how do you get all the gear out there?
Well,
that's a good question.
It's with a lot of pain and sweat and help from people, not just the four of us.
Yeah.
There's some videos out on social media where we can see Ollie carrying his kick drum literally over rocks and cliffs and massive puddles, and it's work, but it's fun. Eventually we're all standing there, we're all starting to play our instruments, and they sound different from the rehearsal space that we usually let them resonate in, and it's very magical. It's very powerful to do that. Yeah.
And for the location, like we have to give a massive shout out to our director who's done the three videos. Tommy Bank, he's like the first video, the forest one, literally we got a hold of him and we were like, we want to play on the forest. That's all we gave him, and he just took care of everything. And he was like, we're gonna meet up this date, that time, this spot. It's gonna look amazing. We're like, great, this is exactly what we want, and and he kills it every time. So, and everyone else in the crew is amazing as well.
You mentioned like the feeling of playing in nature, and it's true. It really elevates the whole experience to another level. We normally spend 40 hours a week in a small room with no windows in our studio. So getting to take that feeling of just the music and blend it with the immense awe of nature, especially like in the mountain or by the river in Crete was surreal. The sea, yeah, actually. Well, it was a creek. Potato, tomato.
Kind of. Yeah.
But it is crazy, like, because we write in the studio imagining these places, and there's like some form of escapism in it, which isn't like in a positive way. Like, it's not like we're trying to escape a bad situation. Like, it's just more like it's like storytelling, and then bringing that to a live location and actually seeing the story come alive, and it's insane. Like, I've never been a part of something like this where it's just like you imagine something and then it comes into fruition with loads of other people's help and ideas and imagination. Like, there's a whole team behind it. So,
I remember a little anecdote to this. When we recorded the first video, the one in the woods in Surrey Hills, and I think we'd finished recording the EP, the studio EP, before that, and then we were overdubbing some stuff in there, and I was doing some bird sounds. I tried to like mimic some bird sounds just with my mouth, and then we were in the woods and we were playing those tunes, and we were surrounded by obviously nature. We were like immersed in it, and I remember playing at one point, and I was just looking up into the crowns of the trees, and there was just so many natural sounds, and they just embellished whatever we did. It just felt really magical to be like, cool.
They were stealing your parts, man.
No, but I was like, cool, okay, that's it. You do it because you're the pros. Come on.
Yeah, you guys got this one.
Exactly.
It's amazing to have such a good team around you, and to just bring an idea like that to fruition is really cool. So, how do you think that your guys' friendship impacts your music? I think you can kind of hear that you have that cohesive sound. How do you think a friendship impacts that?
We're not friends.
We're best friends.
No, it's so important. Yeah, it's yeah. I think just quickly, I think for me personally, if I'm in a band, it needs to feel like a family, just for certain reasons. But like, that's a huge part of it, and a huge part of why I can then open up and bring ideas to the table, or yeah, basically, yeah, it's a huge part of it, and yeah.
To add to that, especially because we're, you know, some bands have like maybe creative leads or anything like that, but for us, there's no one is really like the leader creative wise. It's really much like everyone really brings in their fair share, and when you want to be in the space trying to write a song, it's important to try to strip away your ego as much as possible. And to be able to do that, you have to have incredibly good communication. And good communication will come with usually very solid friendships, I'd say.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's I think, yeah, for me, I feel very close to you boys.
Yeah, so.
Also, we're spending 26 nights together in the next month, basically. And I really wouldn't want to do that with people I didn't like.
Right.
That would be rough.
Yeah. But there is like an essence of like, it's not like you're on a job and then you learn to like each other, that vibe. It's more like we liked each other before even doing this beforehand, and there was like a mutual respect, and there was sort of like just having fun, and then all of a sudden we're making music together, and it's like, okay, this is really fun. And then we're now learning, I feel like reverse that, we're now learning like how to communicate within that realm as well, which is beautiful. Like, not, that's a really special thing, because then it influences your relationships and friendships outside of the band as well, and it's like a real like growing thing that's really beautiful, and for me really important, and probably for everyone else.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, kind of, it's that effortlessness that you were mentioning. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you just released 2 EPs this year, Alma's Cove in June, and then you have Mount Sava following that in October we just got. What was the process like in recording those projects?
So we record everything in my studio in Battersea, London, and it's very much just we kind of produce it ourselves, engineer and mix it ourselves, basically. Whilst for Alma's Cove, we managed to block out a whole week of like, yeah, this is every day a song, and then a few days after was like the months following that, like some overdubs. And it was a very smoothless, effortless um, experience, yeah. With Mount Sava, it was very much because there was a lot of gigs around the summer, and we had like very very strict deadlines that we set ourselves up, and there's also a lot of other stuff that when you get into there's just a lot of admin, so it's like, okay, we need to find 4 hours this week to record this song and 2 hours this week, and then so Mount Sava was just all over the shop whenever we had a moment, and probably just being incredibly tight, but it's still our best work yet. For me, it sounds like one of my favorites.
Doesn't sound
No.
doesn't sound that way at all.
Yeah.
But then there also like I like it has this energy to it where it's like, don't know, it feels like Almost Cove, I can hear it and I'm like, oh, we did all of that in that week.
Yeah.
But this EP, I'm like, there's something underlining underneath it where it's like, oh, this feels like, don't know, it was at different points and different energies, and like there's, but it's interesting.
I think more on the sort of like how we approach the recording of each of these songs as well is that we're not recording to a metronome, and we're playing together live, as much as we can in terms of like noise bleeds. So sometimes certain stuff has to be overdubbed, but we're always together, the 4 of us in the room. We hit record, and we're basically waiting for the take that feels right, and usually that's within the first 5, I would say.
Yeah.
And then with other songs like Canopy on the opener, basically for the first EP, for the first EP of this year for Alma's Cove, I just went through some journaling notes the other day and was reminded that it took us 17 takes until we got it.
Yeah.
17.
I think we chose like take 6 or 7 as well.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. One of those days where you're overthinking everything.
Yeah,
right.
I was definitely fucking up.
And then to like that took us 17 takes, but then the actual recording of the whole Alma's Cove live video was about 45 minutes.
Wow.
Because it was raining and then it was sunny for like less than an hour. We had to set everything up and then play, record, and then be like, okay, done. And then during the last song, it started raining, and we all just started panicking and like packing down.
Yeah. And how excited are you to play this music in front of a live audience? As we're speaking right now, your tour starts today. And is this your first time performing outside of Europe?
Yeah.
Outside of Europe, yeah.
Actually, yes.
Yeah, it is.
It's crazy exciting. We just came back from a beautiful walk in the woods here in Toronto. It's pretty surreal that we're on the other side of the ocean right now, and it feels incredible that we get to share music on this side. And yeah, we're hoping the audience are going to receive it well, and we're really honored to be over here finally. It's been a long time. It's a long wait.
And like there's some amazing cultural things. Like I just had the biggest burrito.
Wait till you get to Denver and you can have a green chili burrito, and then you got the mountains and the Rocky Mountains in the background. Knowing you're nature lovers, I feel like you guys are gonna love it here. Yeah.
Dude, you need to give us the address then, because
Are you coming to the show?
I am. I'll let you guys know where to go.
yeah.
I had the biggest cinnamon bun of my life yesterday.
Yeah, that was incredible.
It was bigger than Anthony's head.
Yeah, I think it's like covered in like sugary icing, and the first bite I took, he has a picture of me, and my eyes are like going different directions.
It's great.
So I like to ask everybody this: what are some songs you all are listening to right now, and what's kind of on your playlist?
Nice.
Every time this happens, I'm like,
yeah,
blank.
it's like I gotta
can't
look.
think of a song. Wait,
I love a song by Niels Fram. I don't know if you know Niels Fram.
Yeah.
The German composer. And I love his piece called All Armed. It's like a 17-minute long song, but it's so epic. And it starts soft, calm, and then it just like explodes. I really like that one.
Amazing.
People are into
This year I've been obsessively listening to an album called Soon by an artist called Hannah Stratton, and I just can't recommend it enough. It's the most beautiful music I've heard in a long time.
Yeah, so we listened to it on the plane on the way back from like Istanbul, and I
Yeah,
was like, it was literally like it felt like I don't know, yeah, it was just like
Sensory experience.
yeah,
Yes.
I felt like I was in like a dream world. It's kind of like similar to like Studio Ghibli or something. There's so much texture and it's
somewhere between songwriting and ambient,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
slightly more ambient.
Yeah.
I've been listening to recently Ain't No Wasting Time by the Allman Brothers. I'm like
Yeah.
having a huge Allman Brothers year. And I love that song because I don't know, there's obviously like a roots rocky sort of vibe to it, but then there's also like a gospel soul thing to it. And I just love that crossover of like southern sort of rock and the rhythm section and the vocals and it's just yeah, it's insane. Nothing sounds like it basically, but yeah.
I am I'm enjoying this artist called, I mean, I have no clue how you say it, but it's COIO3, and he's I believe a Belarusian artist that is now living in Poland, and I think he's like I don't know much about him, but the way everything is produced, I mean, he just released a new album like 2 weeks ago, and everything is produced so well, very old school, and he's got this song called Língua do Mundo with I believe a Portuguese maybe artist.
Brazilian, I
And
think.
yeah,
Oh, really?
Brazilian,
Don't know. But yeah.
Portuguese or Brazilian artist. And but what I really love about that record is that he's not scared with the production and the mixing to like he's sending all the drums on the left and the bass is on the right, and
Wow.
then you've got guitar and vocals in the middle, which makes it super interesting and beautiful, like played reverb. It's really cool.
It's Brazilian.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for that. And
What
you know,
are you
thank you.
listening to right
Yeah.
now?
You know, I've been listening to a lot of Moses Yufi. Moses Yufi. I've
Nick,
been listening to.
Sorry. I just
Yeah.
saw the trio last Wednesday. No,
Did
last
you?
Tuesday in London.
So when
was-
I got to interview Moses at Newport Jazz, and he mentioned Niels Fromm, that he'd like a big influence for him. So I see that connection. Yeah.
Yeah, mad. Cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
But yeah, Moses Yufi, Corto Alto, I know they've been working a lot together. But that, I know Yin Yin and Krungbin just released a new album today, kind of a rework of The Universe Smiles Upon You. So I'm excited to listen to that. Yeah, so lots of stuff like that. So, but thanks for sharing, and, you know, really looking forward to the show. Thank you guys so much for taking some time to talk to me today. You can catch Yuuf at Lost Lake in Denver on November 8th. Show starts at 8 p.m. Can't wait to see you guys there. Right back at you.
Big love, man.
Thank you
Thank you very
very
much.
Awesome.
Take care.